Fresh snow can keep a secret. On the morning of March 31st, 1922, it held a chilling one. At the gate of a remote Bavarian farmstead named Hinterkaifeck, a neighbor, Lawrence Schlittenbauer, saw something that stopped him cold. A single set of footprints led from the dense woods to the family's back door, but no tracks led back out. The silence from the farm was suddenly profound. No smoke rose from the chimney, and days-old mail sat untouched on the sill. That one-way trail was a silent scream. It was the final piece of a terrifying puzzle that had been building for days. The Gruber family had spoken of strange footsteps in the attic, a key that vanished, and a newspaper they hadn't bought appearing on their table. Their previous maid had fled in terror, convinced the home was haunted. One strange detail can be dismissed. A series of them is a warning. The footprints ended at the door. There was only one way in. When the search party finally forced that door, they discovered why the silence had fallen. But the true horror was not just what they found, but what had happened in the days between the crime and its discovery. A house can hold its breath long after everyone inside is dead. Inside, the scene was not one of chaos, but of an eerie, lived-in stillness. The iron stove was still warm, its kettle lukewarm to the touch. In the barn, the animals had been fed, their hay freshly laid. The family dog had been tied up. This wasn't the work of a killer who struck and fled. This was the work of someone who had stayed. For days after the murders, a neighbor swore he saw smoke rising from the chimney. Someone was eating their food, sleeping in their bed, and tending to their livestock, all while the bodies of the 6 family members lay hidden in the hayloft. Someone lived in the house with their victims, listening as neighbors called out their names just beyond the door. The investigation yielded no answers. In a final attempt to understand the killer's weapon, the victims' skulls were sent to Munich for examination. But they, along with any secrets they held, were lost forever, destroyed in the bombings of World War II. The most chilling detail remains the one that started it all. The killer didn't just arrive and leave. They arrived and they inhabited the space. They moved through the house with a quiet confidence, an unhurried calm, before vanishing as if into thin air, leaving no footprints leading away from the house that now held only silence and the snow that had first betrayed their presence.